Good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day at 8 a.m. and we explore life together. We do so because it just makes it more fun, causes us to question things, it allows us to expand, to explore, to express. And so today, like every other day, I had a thought this morning, and it stemmed from a conversation I was having with my son yesterday. And the thought becomes, we really have become invested in opinions rather than facts. I mean, it's never been more apparent than in the last year. All the opinions that are out there and how people are very, very attached to their opinions, and yet they're not factually based. And let me qualify that for you. Factually based means you have all the facts. You just don't have some of the facts. And that's what we're dealing with right now in so many ways. There are some of the facts, but we don't see all of the facts, because here's the key. If all of the facts are presented, guess what? There's no need for an opinion. There is no opinion. All the facts are there. But as long as all the facts are not there, oh my God, then there's going to be opinions, and then there's going to be dividing. And isn't it interesting is that most of what we're presented on the news, Facebook, social media are not data. We're being presented with people's interpretation of data, and not incomplete data. And then we become attached to someone's interpretation based on where we are. My son Stephen yesterday said, "Dad, you're attached. You're not even open to a new possibility here." And he's probably right. I'm basing that on the data that I've been exposed to and the way I see the data. And he bases it based on the data he's exposed to and the way he sees the data. And so we have a lively discussion, and my wife doesn't care for that. She wants total peace, total harmony in the house, and Stephen and I, that's not how we are. We like to go at each other, and we have fun doing it. I think it's fun. Maybe it's not fun. Maybe it's just ego playing itself out. I don't know. Here's the key thing. No one is perfect. No one's going to be, I'm at peace all the time. Can't be that way. You got an ego. Everyone's got an ego, so everyone's jumping around. So what is it today that you find that you're really invested in? What is it? What topic is it that you find you're really invested in? And let me ask this question. Do you have all the facts? Do you know all the data? Or do you just know some of it? Because maybe not all the data is even there. Maybe not all the data is being shown. How do we know? That's what makes this life interesting. We don't know. We live, most of the time, we live in a complete state of unknown. But we think we know. Yeah, we do. We think we know. I know what's best. I know what a great relationship is. I know what this is. I know who I am. And the fact of the matter is, we really don't know. We're just forming an opinion. Isn't that what it is? Everything I'm telling you right now is just my opinion. I'm not asking you to believe what I'm saying. I'm simply saying I'm offering you an opinion. What do you think about that? Do you have an opinion about what I've just said? You can write it in the comments. That would be wonderful. It gives me something to talk about. I see all of you beautiful people checking in. I know that you're out there, and I don't want you to think I don't notice it. I do notice it because I know that you're there. It makes it fun for me to talk. It'd be boring if I was talking into this camera all to myself. I already know what I think. And see, opinions, not based in fact, hold us back from living our best life. Because when we have opinions, we actually put restrictions on ourselves, don't we? Our opinions literally cause us to see a more limited life. A more limited life. Yeah, it's a more limited life. I love that. I'm going to say joy because joy is what it says on the thing, and I know it's not your name, but that's okay. Anything that creates fear, I will question. I look at it the same way exactly. If there's fear being pushed, I question why. What's the intention? It tends to be that when we have complete facts, we don't have fear. We know what we're dealing with. Oh, a light worker says she loves being, or he or she, I don't know what it is driving, and it's 6 a.m. where they are. So they're probably on the West Coast and they appreciate it, even though they can't write comments. I love that. Thank you for hopefully not texting while you're driving. Hopefully you pulled over, you were at a light when you texted that message. The question I ask is, how quickly can you come back to balance? Because we're all going to get emotional. But when we get emotional, we don't think clearly. We don't think rationally. So when you go off, how quickly can you come back? Or do you hold it? That's like holding a grudge. So using my example of last night, Steve and I had this huge discussion back and forth. It stopped because I came and I did the Agape gathering last night. After the gathering, went upstairs. We continued our relationship, and we didn't talk about what we talked about earlier. It was gone. I had no anxiety, no animosity, no nothing about it. I was able to let it go. I realized we were just exchanging opinions, and I don't have to make him right. I don't have to be right. What I would love to see today is people coming on the news, and instead of having commentators, have both sides on at the same time, given specific facts, talking about the facts in front of them. I would love to have that, but we don't see that, because if you have facts being presented in a logical way, a real debate, not the BS debates that we've been given lately. Those are not debates, those are opinions. No, facts. Facts. Here's a fact. What is the unemployment rate? They're going to tell you the unemployment rate is what, 6-7% right now? That's not a fact. That's not when you compare it to the past, because what they've done over the last 15, 20 years is they've changed how they've counted people who are unemployed. No, let's go back and let's count people the way it was counted, so we're comparing the same thing. They're saying right now that there's no inflation. Wait a second. Lumber's up like 100%. Housing is going up at a rate of 12% and higher right now. Meat has gone up in price. All these things have gone up in price. How is it that there's no inflation? Well, they've changed how they count it. They're skewing the data. Why? I don't know. I just know that when you look at the evidence, it appears that the data that they're using has been skewed. And we get, oh, unemployment's back down. We're great. No, it's not really down. There's no inflation. Ask anyone. Well, what's the price of gas? Gas is now what, about $2.50 here in Texas? Used to be under $2. That's a 25% increase in the last year. That's huge. To the common person, a 25% increase in what you pay for fuel, that's a big thing. Interesting. It's interesting sharing our wisdom and not comparing who's better. It doesn't matter who's better. The idea is can we have a conversation where we all get wiser? We all become more informed. We all start making more intelligent decisions for ourselves and for others around us. So I didn't have my normal juice today. And you know why I didn't have my normal juice today? It's raining. It's been raining a couple days. And I love sunshine. Sunshine fills me. And so we are learning together. And I love that we're learning together. And we're exploring together. That's even better. I love the journey of exploration. So I share that with you. Hey, this Sunday, I'm going to start a new series. I'm going to do 10 weeks. And we're going to go back and we're going to go into how to use the science of mind. I teach the science of mind written by Ernest Holmes. And we're going to go into a 10-week in-depth on that. I think it's time to re-look at that whole thing. I do that about every 2 years. I go really back into the science of mind, the basis of everything that I teach. And it helps me understand it better, helps me formulate my own views on my own life. And so I'm going to start that this Sunday. So I wanted to share that with you. So go into today not attached to your opinions. Look at the facts and see what's good. Listen, here's something that I know to be true. I love you and I accept you because I accept me just as I am. Go create your best day, everyone. I love you. Aloha.